guys, okay, it's Thomas Roger. Today in today's video is episode 13 of the Road to Play, and yeah, let's get straight in with the video. Let's go. So, maybe the colour scheme of the next 5 main albums, play, pause, fast forward, rewind, stop, I think they all could be pastel colours. Of course, the mathematics colours was kind of most of the colours of the rainbow, like primary colours, with mathematics, you know, plus was orange, multiply was green, divide was blue, equals red, and subtract was yellow. But imagine if the next 5 main albums, the stereo symbols, are pastel colours. So we've got like a pastel green, pastel pink, pastel purple, pastel violet, you know. Yeah, all sorts of pastel colours. And imagine if the next 5 main albums are going to be pastel colours. And it does say on Ed's tattoo it's green. Maybe play could be like a pastel green, or a pink salmon, or a pastel purple. Who knows? I think it could be one of them 3 colours. One of them 3 pastel colours, I think, which would be crazy to think about. But it might be any colour. Yeah, we still don't know what the colour, the colour scheme of play is yet, as of yet, guys. And, you know, which is just crazy to think about. And I just cannot wait until when Ed kind of teases play like the first single. Maybe then we'll know the colour scheme of play by the first single, maybe potentially maybe in early 2025. Who knows, guys? Who knows which? I'm so excited for, you know, when Ed starts teasing and promoting play, and to see what the colour, I do think it could be a pastel colour, and to see what the colour is. So Ed announced the Mathematics Tour live version, the live version of the Mathematics Tour collection, which will be released on the 27th of December, which is just crazy to think about, you know, that close to the new year, you know. And I do think it could be like the first #1 of 2025. Eileen Teddy the only one said to me, it releases the 27th of December. That'd be stupid if it wasn't on Spotify, which is going to be on Spotify, guys. Imagine if Ed gets to #1 with the live album in the first week of 2020. Imagine if Ed gets #1, the #1 album with the live album, in the first week of 2025, January 2025, and get his monthly listeners all the way up perfectly in time for play, like the first single, and then play, you know, first and second single. I do think we'll get a lot of streaming numbers, you know, if it will be a massive upbeat pop album, you know, which I just cannot wait to hear. Also, on one of the postcards on the store exclusive live album, postcard, and it's like play, a play symbol, like a black play symbol on a blue background. I'll put it on the screen now, which looks, that's easily teasing, you know. Play is coming, you know. Play is definitely coming, and yeah, I just cannot wait for this album. And yeah, like, exactly, it's just crazy that a live album is coming near the end of literally a few days before the new year, on the 27th of December, 2 days after Christmas, you know, just in between Christmas and New Year, which is just crazy to think about, that we're getting the Mathematics Tour live, the live album of the Mathematics Tour, which is just crazy to think about. And yeah, imagine if he gets Ed straight up to over 100 million monthly listeners. As of this video, Ed's got around 77 million monthly listeners on Spotify. And of course, with Christmas coming, of course, the stream numbers for Merry Christmas, and then Ed's new song, Under the Tree, that will definitely get Ed's streaming numbers higher, you know, with the Christmas period. And then the live album, I do think Ed could easily get over 100 million monthly listeners just by that, you know. And of course, everyone loves Ed's live shows, and pretty much this is Ed's first live album, you know, the Mathematics Tour collection live version. I don't know, live, yeah, I don't know. Which is just crazy to think about, and I cannot wait to hear the Mathematics Tour collection live version, which on the 27th of December. And imagine if it does get the first #1 album of 2025. That would be insane to think about, guys. That would be insane to think about. And I think that's on the 3rd of January, where, yeah, you know, with the charts, with the first album charts of the new year. Yeah, which I cannot wait. So on WhatsApp, on WhatsApp they messaged people, be one of the first to pre-order the Mathematics Store Collection Live out December 27th. And then this is what Ed I'll put on the screen. The Mathematics Store has been such an incredible journey. It's taken me places all over the world, and I've been able to share so many amazing experiences with all of you. That's why this live edition of the Mathematics Store Collection is so special. Thank you for being a part of it. Until the next. Yes, guys, until the next, that is symbolizing the next album, the next era of albums, the next main albums. Yeah, the next set of main albums, I think, yes, starting with play. You press play on the next era of albums, the stereo symbols, which I just cannot wait to hear. And this is what also that Ed said on his Instagram story when the Mathematics Store Collection Live album became available for pre-order, and this is what Ed said on his Instagram story.
Hey guys, just to let you know that I do check Instagram comments, and a lot of people have been asking for a live album of Mathematics, so your wish is my commands. The live album is up for pre-order right now, and I hope you enjoy it. It's sounding really good, and yeah, see you next year.
Yeah, he said see you next year, guys, and of course, play, Ed's teasing play, I think, with Ed saying see you next year, which I just love that so much from Ed. I don't know, but this next bit, I don't think this is to do with play or anything, but James Blunt maybe teasing Ed's next album, saying that Ed knows that his next album is going to be massive, and then James Blunt saying that he will never have that success again, and he said his first album will always be James Blunt's biggest, but Ed knows that Ed's next album is going to be massive, bigger than the last ones. And here is James Blunt talking about that. Now maybe James Blunt knows, maybe, I don't know, that Ed's next album, that maybe they've had conversations about Ed's next album, I don't know. We'll play it.
Ed Sheeran is a very, very confident human being, and quite rightly so, because he's a very talented musician. He has an insane confidence. Ed Sheeran still has the belief that his next album will hit as big as the last. And when you ask me, my reply now is I know my next album won't be as big as my first. And as a result of saying that, it won't be. And because my naive confidence that I had, I don't have anymore. And so I won't quite get it there. I won't sing it quite as well as I need to make it be the biggest album of the decade.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. This is the main thing of the video. Ed showing his tattoos for GQ, and Ed teases the next 5 main albums are tattooed on him, and Ed looking at them saying the next album will be out next year. And yeah, I think you guys have seen it already, but here is the GQ clip right here of Ed just teasing of the next 5 albums tattooed on him. And Jay, of course, we know what they are.
So I got plus, multiply, divide and subtract tattooed around my wrist. I had the plan of the mathematics from like 2010 in my head. That was the plan of the albums that I was going to do, plus, multiply, divide and subtract. Equals came in there a bit later, but the next symbols have been on my arm for 13 years as well, and I start that series next year. I guess that's kind of Prison Break of me, isn't it? Just clues.
Yeah, that Ed's next 5 albums are tattooed on him, which is, of course, play, pause, fast forward, rewind and stop, which I just cannot wait for the next 5 main albums, which is just crazy to think about. And yeah, which is crazy. Yeah, I just cannot wait. I just cannot wait for play to drop next year. Yeah, and then Ed answered, literally, it was yesterday, Ed talking about the Marshall Mathers LP on his Tennis Vinyl Breakfast account, with someone saying on that Tennis Vinyl Breakfast, hey Ed, when are you coming back to India? And then he said Feb. So, and of course, there isn't no shows confirmed for February. The latest, the newest shows is May, and that's in Europe. So maybe potentially, what I'm thinking is, Ed does the play some play promo in India in February, and maybe promote the first single of Play in February as well. It kind of makes sense because, you know, maybe it could be an Indian type song for the first single. Like, you know, Ed's been doing things with Indian artists, you know. Of course, literally as of yesterday, Friday, the full version, the high quality version of Shape of You and Dojit Singh, live from Birmingham from last month, is on YouTube as well. And then Ed playing Perfects backstage with another Indian artist as well. Can't think of his name at the top of my head, but yeah, you know, Ed's been doing a lot of things with Indian artists recently. And of course, Ed finished playing India as well, and then he showed an Indian artist. I think it was Dojit Singh again. I'm not sure who it was. He showed the album, Play, the entire albums, and he said it's festival type songs. You know, if you guys remember that from the other from a few Road to Play videos back, you know. But maybe there would be an Indian single like Ed, because of course, whenever Ed releases the first single of an album, except from Plus, because Plus was at the 18, the first single's always been unexpected, you know. And if Ed jumps on like an Indian beat song, imagine Ed singing in Punjabi. That would be crazy. Yes, always the first single of an Ed song has been unexpected. The unexpected sound, and also with Equals of Bad Habits, Divide with Shape of You, I'd say. I've got, but Ed wanted to release Castle on the Hill, but Ed wanted Shape of You, but they released both at the same day. Sing with Multiply, and yeah, you know, well, Subtracts as well. It was just a dark time in Ed's life, and Ed had to put it out, that version of Subtracts. And yeah, you know, yeah, I do think maybe potentially an Indian type song for the first single of Play. That would be insane. And of course, India's massive for music as well, with the Indian type song, which I just cannot wait to find out what the first single of Play could be. Yeah, with Ed pressing play on the next era, which I just cannot wait for. And also, imagine Ed literally goes all around the world in between January to May, you know. And of course, May is where Ed kicks off the last leg of the Mathematics Tour in Europe, you know, next year in 2025, just to promote the singles and Play itself, you know, all over the world. Like, Ed goes to so many radio stations, TV shows all around the world promoting Play and the first and second singles of Play. That would be insane to think about. Yeah, you know. And then, of course, Ed goes all around Europe between May to September 2025. You know, of course, Ed's touring in Europe, all over Europe, from May to September 2025, you know, which is just crazy to think about. Yeah, I can see Ed literally going all over the world to promote this album, which will be the biggest, hopefully it will be the biggest album of the year. Yeah, I just cannot wait. I cannot wait until Ed finally teases Play. You know, of course, ever since last year when Ed said, I'll see you next year when we press play, which it wasn't this year, but it will definitely be next year when we're going to get the first singles and then Play. You know, I do think it'll be early 2025 when Ed teases the first single of Play and then releases it. I do think it could be, I do think Play might be released around summertime, mid to late summer 2025, or maybe autumn 2025. I don't know, guys. I do not know when this album will be out, but I just cannot wait. I just cannot wait until Ed releases this album. Play, well, first singles first, and then Play itself. yeah, imagine just an Indian single, and then of course Ed could get one of the Indian artists who has collaborated with, well, not collaborated, but performed live on stage with a remix version. Of course, remix versions do incredibly well, and I cannot wait for this album play. Enjoy, guys, and if you guys enjoyed this video of the Road to Play episode 13, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.